All right. I'm at work right now on lunch. They even shortened the lunch break, so I don't even have time. But I just seen this. Let's just check it out really fast. Cooley dismantles feminist cure for men. So I want to hear what the situation is, and let's see if we can get some context and come to some type of conclusion for this. Because a lot of these programs, a lot of these podcasts, like I said, I'm gonna start breaking these down and coming up with a clear goal for what's being said. Because I think a lot of it's taken out of context.
Preserve her value. The man, he has to earn his value. So he like, since you have to earn it, you got to get out there and self-improve.
And a lot of these talking points are the same. Um, Men have to earn. Women are born with it. We've heard it all the time. Um, I understand where they're coming from, but do I necessarily agree with it? Yes and no. And that's a whole nother conversation. But I understand, yes, as a man, you have to get up, go out there, work, build your credit, establish yourself. But women have to do the same thing, right? They do. You just can't be a bum woman, but I do understand what they mean by like, oh, woman, if you're born uh pretty, then you have less work to do, so to speak, because there is something they call a pretty privilege, but that's a whole nother conversation.
Mm-hmm.
But on the flip side, for a woman, just like we said, Whoopi Goldberg is a millionaire, but she ugly. Oprah Winfrey.
I have a comment.
Well, no, Whoopi Goldberg is a millionaire. She ugly. Oprah Winfrey, billionaire. She ugly. Don't know niggas care about her. Like, who care about that? You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
She's a little prettier than Whoopi.
she a little prettier than she
A little prettier than
I mean, if we
Whoopi.
gotta compare.
Compare those two.
I'm sorry, go ahead. You got a question? Go ahead.
Yeah, I just feel like from you guys' response is that a way for a man to improve himself. Why is the first answer to go to the gym? Like, go to the gym. Like, why is it so physical? Why is it not, let me go to therapy?
Ripper.
I answer.
Ripper.
Well, so gym for a man is therapy.
Good question.
You don't have in order to have a strong mind, you need to have a strong body. It works. So gym is therapy for a man. And gym can also be therapy for a woman too. It's women should work out and get, sweat and things like that too. It's good to burn calories. That's good for your mind and also is good for your body. So yeah, it's not to say that like what you said, like, why is it that, like gym is self-improving? No, it's like we're valued differently, right? So women, you look for a man. Like, why do you think you want a man that's taller than you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, now peel the layer back. Why do you want a man that's taller than you? I'll tell you. The reason why you want a man that's taller than you is because you look for protection aspects in a man. And the reason that you want a man that's taller than you is because you will feel more protected by that man. So when a man works on his body, right? And we can't increase our height. That's just something that we can't increase.
Right.
But we can work on other aspects about us that can provide you more protection. If a nigga walks up on you and slap your butt, I'm more likely to choke this dude out because I've been in the gym bench pressing 225.
No, I get
You feel
that.
me?
That's great. No, I love that. That's great and all.
But that's the thing. So since we know that women are attracted to certain things, when we self-improve in those aspects, like going to the gym, not only does it help our mind and our body, but it also makes women more attracted to us. And not only that, it's scientifically proven that women are attracted to jaw structure, shoulders, chest. They're attracted to the V-shaped type guy, the bigger shoulders and arms, and the smaller waist, stuff like that. That part. That pretty much.
I didn't know that. That's interesting. See, he brought out a point. Older men out there, broader shoulders, bigger chest, makes you more attractive.
V shape. It goes like this. But men are attracted to the Coke bottle. It's the opposite. It's like boom. It's like that. That's because for a multitude of reasons that has to do with like pregnancy and birth, like that. A woman that has wider hips, she's more likely to have more successful pregnancies and stuff like that. But yeah, it's biological too. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I get that. I respect, like, working on your body, staying healthy, and looking great. Because once when you look good, you feel good, right? But at the same time, I feel like a lot of men nowadays are so afraid of going to therapy, and I feel like that needs to be highlighted on more. Like, that is improving.
Okay, and not nothing against her, but who started this whole going to therapy? Um, Men should go to therapy more. People need to go to therapy more. I had a friend tell me that one time. It was another guy, and he said, "Yo, since I started going to therapy, bro, like I feel so much better and express myself and this and that." And I'm like, mm. I told him I didn't agree with it. It's not a thing. I do think people should have someone to talk to about issues and things that are going on in their life, but specifically, who is the one to decide that? That's what I want to know. Who's the one to say, yeah, you should go to therapy because of this? Like, how do you get to that? How do you come to that conclusion? Like, what gives you the credentials to tell somebody else you should go to therapy or you should seek therapy? Because I think people say it all the time. I hear it a lot, and it annoys me when I hear it. And I'm like, like, are you a therapist? You know what I mean? I want a therapist to tell me, like, this is how you should evaluate. Because everyone deals with different things. People deal with traumas and ups and downs in life. Sometimes it's just life. You know, life has highs and lows. So that's my question. Like, who is the one to say, yeah, I'm qualified to tell another person that they should go to therapy if they aren't a therapist or, if they're not in school for something like that?
Proving yourself is going to therapy, speaking to a professional, understanding emotion, understanding feelings, understanding how to cope, understanding how to deal with a situation. Because you can have a V shape and look amazing, but if you don't have any emotional intelligence, then what are you really protecting? What are you really doing? What are you providing besides a beautiful body?
Yeah, so a few things that you said that is nonsense because coping for anyone isn't good. Coping is living in la la land. Coping is knowing you are coping because you don't want to deal with the reality of the situation that you're going through, right? So coping isn't good for anyone. You don't want to cope. That's one thing to avoid. The other things that you said is about having emotional intelligence. Men and women express their emotions much different. And a man, it's okay. It's natural for a woman to cry. It's natural for a woman to maybe express their emotions outwardly. Nothing happens when a woman is emotional. Nothing happens. But when a man is emotional, war happens, fights break out, school shooters, people in prison, gang fights. Those are all emotional men. So it's not good for a man to express their emotions outwardly. So when a woman sees a man withholding his emotions, they think that the man is, not emotionally intelligent, but that's not true. For a man is emotional intelligence is to act despite how you feel, because anytime a man acts out his feelings, it goes bad for him and other people. But for a woman, you tend to look at it differently because normally when you act out your emotions, things really don't go too bad. Besides that crazy girl that was on this other podcast and she tried to swing and I had to call the cops and she wouldn't leave the studio. Things went bad for that girl. She acted out her emotions. But in most cases, when a girl gets emotional, no one is scared. She's not going to hurt anyone. It's just like, okay, flick, go, bye. You're going. But when a man acts out his emotions, that can be a scary situation.
But that's why you have to go to therapy to learn how to deal with those emotions.
Well, no,
so you don't start war and shoot
this
people.
Is what I'm saying. That is, I just gave you therapy. I'm
yeah,
not
like
saying
you're putting
that
all your rage into the workout.
Yeah, I'm not
like
saying, I just gave you the therapy. I'm not saying that therapy isn't a good thing. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that the man's therapy is literally what I told you. Going to the gym and mastering himself. So you go to the
Scientific fact you can look up. Going to the gym releases a chemical in your body that makes you happier. You can look it up. The more you go to the gym, the more you release a chemical or hormone in your body that makes you happier. So that's good for your mental health. I don't think it's dopamine. Could be. You guys could look it up. Kind of like the same way as getting like a like on Instagram. If you've seen that social media documentary on Netflix, it explains you that these social media companies know what they were doing when you were getting hit with likes, getting hit with hearts, what that does to the body, the feeling that you get. Going to the gym is better than that. So that feeling, that excitement that you get, it's way better. So that's just a fact. Going to the gym, yes, is good for you.
To the gym because most people don't feel like working out anyway. So when you do things despite how you feel, you get stronger mentally, right?
Discipline.
That's discipline. So you're doing things even though you don't want to do it. You're disciplining yourself. And as you continuously to go to the gym, you'll have a stronger mind, but what's coming into that, you'll also have a stronger body. That is actually therapy. You know what I'm saying? Now, of
No, I
course,
don't.
there's other things that men need to work on. Like if they've been through some trauma in their past and maybe experienced maybe PTSD being in the military or something like that. That's other added on things that we can say that, okay, that man needs to deal with and actually get some help with. But generally speaking, if a man didn't experience any crazy traumatic experiences, that young boy just need to get in the gym
I
and stop
disagree.
masturbating.
I disagree. I definitely disagree.
He need to get in the gym, stop masturbating, and assert himself and stop being a little punk. Don't be a soy boy. But
Don't be
go
a
ahead.
soy
Why else do
boy.
you disagree?
I just feel like you don't have to have an issue to go to therapy. You can be happy, have everything you need, and still go to therapy.
And this is what I mean. Nothing against this young lady, but who is the one to say that someone should go? If nothing's going on in your life and you're happy, what do you need therapy about? I mean, if that's the case, you can express your thoughts through a vlog. If you're happy, express it through a vlog or write it down or journal or sing or dance. Do something, to express that. What we're going to sit down with somebody to talk about how good things are in your life. I mean, I'm confused again, like I don't know. So please, if you could educate me, go ahead.
Therapy. Therapy is a healthy resource.
Well, that's because you're looking at it from that men and women are the same.
No, not at all. I know they're not the same. I've never said that.
Cool. So here's the thing, right? Women are social creatures. Y'all just like talking. You could just talk. Like, think about it. Say if you even going through a situation, right? Yourself, for an example, you could be going through a situation and you call someone. You're not really looking for a solution. You just want that person to listen to you and hear you out, right? Mm-hmm. And you'll be fine. That'll make you feel good and secure. Like, okay, I got this out. Men, we don't operate like that. If we're going through a situation, we don't want anyone to hear us out. No, we want a solution. Mm-hmm. We call our homeboys or our father to help us figure out to solve that problem that we're having. We don't vent and stuff like that. That's what women do. So that's what I'm saying. You are trying to impose the woman's view on the man, which is nonsensical. It just doesn't work like that because men and women are different. So the fact that you say that men need to go to therapy, even if they're not having any trauma or anything, well, that's dumb. Men don't need to go to no therapy. They need to go to the gym. They need to get down and do some push-ups.
So, man, you have it. Your dumbbells will solve it all. You pick up that dumbbell.
Nah,
Yeah.
And you go crazy.
I ain't
That's-
gonna lie, it's
that's
not
facts.
It's not only the dumbbells. You gotta get in with your barber, bro. The shape up is also therapy for us.
Wow.
I'm tell-
Wow.
I'll tell you right now.
You get the crispy. You get the Krispy
Listen,
Kreme edge up.
I'd
Hey,
have been sad as hell over breakups, over everything in my life. I done got a shape up, and I felt like I was a millionaire.
Felt like the man.
And that'd be like your
Same as women
your
dyeing their
therapy
hair.
sessions in the barber shop,
That's what I'm
right?
saying though, like yeah, that's
Like
man
y'all be
therapy.
talking.
That's
I like it. He's right. He's right. A haircut will change your life. You will feel like $1 million, even though you probably then paid all your bills and broke. So I like his point.
But that's not the same as a woman dyeing her hair.
It's similar. It's very similar. It's very similar.
But then you're like, men and women aren't the same.
no. He's not
yeah,
talking about
yeah.
that. He's talking about the aspect. He was being funny too.
Yeah.
But he's talking about the
But-
aspect of a man getting that fresh cut. It's like, man, you be looking like a whole different person when that taper hit right. So I get what you're saying, and you also being
It's-
charismatic with what you're saying as well.
Yeah.
Like it's funny.
It's somewhat similar, but at the same time, it's not exactly the same though because how do I?
You're getting a shape up. I'm
Yeah.
changing the color of my hair. You feel good with the way you look. I feel good with the way
But
I
it's
look.
not to shit on you.
Yeah, it makes sense.
It's for
but-
us.
I don't change my hair to
Right.
shit on anyone.
I don't be changing nothing.
It
I be
makes
in my
sense, it
bed
makes sense, but
crying.
You gonna be
Losing
dying
weight,
hair,
not
still,
eating.
Yeah, like you said, you gonna be dying here, still crying, still calling your girlfriend, like, yo, but he broke up with me, yeah. And we gonna get a shape up, and I forget all about that. Damn, I gotta line up. Yo, what's up? Where we
Where
at,
the
bro?
hoes at?
Yeah, like,
Where the
yo,
butt
where we
naked?
at, bro? We at
Say,
some
nah.
like,
He's 100% right. You forget about everything. It's just like it's a moment of clarity when you come out of the barber and you're looking fresh, you're looking nice, you're feeling good. You know what I'm saying? The wind hit your hair and you're like, damn, I got a nice taper fade. He's right. So it's not the same, and she's trying to keep comparing it, but it's just different, and you can't.
My whole mood changes. But y'all could dye your hair, you could paint your nails, you could put the makeup on, you could change your shoes, you could change your outfit. You still gonna be sad as hell, and you might still gotta go to therapy. But we, as men,
Don't have to go to therapy.
Nah, I'm not saying that we
Nah.
don't. I don't know. Like, I would never like disregard therapy, but we have different versions of
The
it that make
haircut
us feel better
temporary
as men.
heals.
Like Jim, for instance, Jim is all around. Like
That's therapeutic for men.
it's very therapeutic. I come out feeling, even if I'm not big as hell and bulky, I still feel like, damn, I did something good. I'm getting somewhere. I feel better. I'm forgetting about the situation.
Yeah.
Shape up. I get my shape up. I'm like, oh, damn, like I look different. You know what I'm saying? I feel better. I have a whole different mindset. As a woman, how many times you dyed your hair?
Once.
Once. Well, that's probably a bad example, but my whole example is like, you could dye your hair and do all these things like physically to you, but it's still not gonna change your emotions inside because y'all.
And
Question.
a question for
Yeah,
you
like you're
real quick.
emotionally stronger,
Yeah.
regardless.
What's the issue that you're having? Understand why a man, you know, needs things differently than a female. Like you can agree that men and women are different. You agree to that.
Absolutely.
So then shouldn't the way they deal with things and because they behave differently, right? And the way they deal with their problems, shouldn't they need a different shouldn't the outsources be different? Like you're saying that, oh well, therapy, I gave you and I accepted it and said, correct, a woman, totally fine. She could go to therapy because women are like slaves in their head. They're always thinking about so many things. So maybe you do need to talk about your thoughts with a therapist, a guy that's over there, a shrink. Like, oh yeah, well this is what you're going through, and this. Yeah, well, you know, that way. For a man, it's not like that, and that's the thing. That's the reason. That's the problem with society nowadays. It's the woman's mind propagated, which is the feminist movement. It's in the schools, is in everything like that. They're shortening the resources in schools. Why are you shortening the resources? Kids playing and stuff like that. No, it should be an hour. Matter of fact, give them 2 recesses. You know what I mean? Like, because the boys need to be out there running around and doing things and conquering things and playing. Like the girls, nah, they could have a shorter recess or something like that. Because men and women are different, but the thing is that you truly believe, even though
I understand what he's talking about, but in terms of that with the kids, I don't have kids, so I usually don't tend to try to give advice with kids. But when they're all that young, if they're outside playing for resource, allot them the same time. Give that teacher that break. Give them 2 recesses, or give all of them the 2 recesses. I understand what he's saying, but I don't think at that age. What if they're at the age of recess? Let them all get out there and play and mingle and not be weird and not be sitting behind a computer screen or not be sitting behind a phone all day. Let them get out there, experience, run around, jungle gym, basketball, tag, all of that stuff. I don't know if they even still play tag or freeze tag or jump rope or hopscotch. I don't know. But I disagree with that. Let all them kids get all that time.
you say that you say that men and women are different, but you actually what you speak how like men and women are the same.
No, I mean, you just said when a man goes through things, right, they call their dad or their homie, right? So instead of looking out for them, why
that's
don't
not what I said.
What did
I
you say?
said
I'm
that
sorry.
when a man goes through things, he looks for a solution. When a woman goes
With
through
talking
things,
to a homie
no,
or your father.
No, listen. Solution. You know what a solution is? When a man goes through something, he's looking for someone to help him solve a problem. He doesn't just want to talk and just have another person on the other end of the phone saying, yeah, man, I feel you. That's crazy.
Well,
we don't want that. That's what you want.
No.
We're looking to get our problem solved. Listen, you going through that, buddy? This is what you can do. She a hoe anyway. Stop talking to her. Listen, we're going to go out to the club. We're going to have a good time. Or listen, you lost that job. Listen, I got a buddy over here. He owned his warehouse. I'm going to get you in. It's making like $2 more than what you was making before. I'm going to plug you in right there. We're looking for solutions to the problem. We're not looking to dwell in our problems.
What you just
That's what
said,
women do.
No.
He has a point. If I do have a problem telling somebody about it, I do want a solution. I only really call 1 or 2 people, my cousin or my homeboy. They've been more experienced about me things, and I want them to give me some clarity, a direction to where I need to go. Not really just sit there and just be like, oh man, I feel bad for you. So he does have a point with that.
No. Going to therapy is not dwelling. That tells me right there that you're uneducated about therapy. Because it's not just, oh, how you're feeling and let me write this down. No, a therapist, a good therapist will give you a professional solution with your feelings or whatever you're going through.
Yeah, no. You just look at what you just said. You just said a good therapist will give you solutions with your feelings. No.
Or whatever you're going through.
No, but yeah, or whatever you're going through internally, right? Men don't operate like that. We're not looking for no internal solution. We're looking for an external solution because most of our problems become externally.
What's an external
Like straight
solution?
to the point type
It's straight
stuff.
to the point. Our solutions
makes
is
sense.
external.
Isn't
We don't-
external your outside?
No, external and internal. So we're looking for an external solution because the external solution will help us with our internal solution. The reason why men are stressed out and beta boys and soy boys is because they lack all of this stuff inside. They lack this stuff in. They lack this. No, I'm sorry. That they lack this stuff outside. They're failing at picking up girls. They're failing at getting the best job. They're failing in a multitude of areas. So then they feel depressed inside. So then they need external solutions, and then that will solve their problems internally. Because if you solved it externally for men, you solved it internally. That's what I'm saying. That's what going to the gym works on. You're working on the outside to help the inside. I know exactly what I'm talking about. I coach men for a living. So you're talking about don't understand therapists. That's a complete lie. Most therapists don't give any solutions to people. They talk about the insides. For women, it's totally different. I'm not knocking on them for women. Women, cool. You're different than us. You need to be always talking about your insides and, oh, well, I kind of felt sad today and I really didn't understand why. Maybe like it rained and my show didn't come on. It got canceled. And you freaking need someone to talk to you about your freaking show. Men don't give a freak about none of that. We trying to, conquer the world. This is different, baby girl.
Like you don't dwell. Y'all don't dwell. Y'all
yeah,
just
we don't
do.
dwell. We do.
And I ain't gonna lie to you, like I actually have personal experience with therapy, and like the main questions they always ask is, well, how do you feel about that?
Nigga, I don't feel nothing. I need you to help me.
Exactly.
No
I know, and
emotions?
if I don't know, I either do know, and I don't need to fucking tell you. Like you're not helping me with this shit.
Yeah, nigga, you gonna give me a loan?
Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly.
Yeah, I'm broke,
You gonna give me a
nigga.
job, bro? You
Most men problems. Nigga, I'm
Yo,
broke,
one thing
nigga.
I can say though, one thing I can say, I went to therapy
And the funny thing is, the women that are not saying anything are agreeing with them. So I'm still waiting to see what another woman there, because it's equal. I think there's an equal number of men and women there, and I want to hear what the other women have to say. But they're actually agreeing with him. So it seems that she's the only one who has this perspective in her mind, like this men need to go to therapy and this is what they need it for. But I want to hear other perspectives, and no one else is disagreeing. I kind of partly agree with most of what he's saying, and the other guy.
twice. One time I paid probably $100 a month. It was horrible. The other one I went to, I paid $800 a month. It was very expensive. But I went for 2 months and I gained a lot. And honestly, most of my problem was money, and she dead ass helped me find a job.
Oh, look at that.
That's good.
I even told
What
her.
a great therapist.
But there was two different ones though. The first one she would just tell me to do it. The other one when my new
trying.
one that I paid more told me I should, I told her straight up, I'm not gonna lie. Thanks, but I'm not gonna do it. You should fill out resumes and did it. I told her straight up, if you go make me resumes and fill out applications for me and say, yo, I got someone to hire you, I'll get myself up and go do it.
And that proves my
And she
point.
did it.
I get what you're saying about therapy. No one's knocking therapists. That proves my point
He proved my point just now.
No, he didn't. That proves my point that men are looking for solutions. He talked to someone
And the
that gave him a
therapist
solution.
gave him that
The one
solution.
therapist didn't give him a solution, so he had to spend more money to get one. He could have just called me.
Yeah, well.
He could have called the big homie. I would have been like, listen, nigga, I got you.
Like she wasn't talking,
But
she was
not
doing
everyone
for
has
him.
That's what
yeah.
we're saying.
Yeah, I get it.
We're saying
I mean,
that
it makes
men
sense.
deal
Men
with
should talk about their
She filled
feelings
out
more,
all
but
all them resumes.
realistically, they don't.
W therapist
Bro,
then.
W. I love her to this
Because
day.
I'm for like men's mental health and stuff like that. I'm
100%.
for them expressing themselves. But like as far as men really sitting down and going to therapy, like my brother, he'd be like, hell no, like I'm not going to therapy. I'm not doing that. I'm not sitting there talking to another person as a grown ass man like about how I feel inside.
Yeah.
He was like, I'd rather just fix my own problems or like. So I get it because
I just feel like it's not normalized for men to go to therapy, and that's
Yeah, I
the
feel
big
you.
issue we have.
I don't think that it's not normalized. I think that as men, we're so used to our feelings and our emotions and everything that we're going through getting pushed to the side regardless because we have to be a man. Like as.
But it's not like that.
No
It
matter-
shouldn't have to be.
So
that
I have a
way.
question
But
then.
Well, you're saying that it shouldn't have to be like that.
No.
We're talking, you're making should claims right now. He's making an is claim. It actually is like that. So if you like that clip and you want to watch more, click right here.
Hey, listen, I don't think I don't think he was wrong. I mean, she didn't really drive the point home. Like, I kind of understand what she was talking about, but he was more right. And the other woman even explained it. She's like, "Yo, my brother is like, I don't got time to be sitting down talking to nobody about that." Even the other dude's like, "Yo, I paid $100 a month for trash. I paid $800. It was more." And he was like, "Unless you give me a solution, then there's nothing that we need to be talking about. Like, don't give me, don't just say things. I need some action." And that's what this dude is trying to say. Like, bro, men need action. And that's what he mean by getting up, going to the gym, being active, working out, doing things. You need action. You need to progressively be doing something to change your life. Sitting down talking to somebody is really not gonna do it. You gotta be able to get out there. And I don't think this was a bad debate. I just think she doesn't fully understand. And that's okay. She sees things a her way, and that's she has every right to. But I don't think she was right on this. I think I agree more with him and the other guy. Like, bro, we need solutions. I'm broke. I need a job. I need you to help me get a job. You know, things like that. But I appreciate it. Thank you for watching. It's like I gotta get back. I gotta start running back to work because I got things to do. But you see, we put the thinking glasses on and we begin to think. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you on the next one. You have a good one. Peace.